What's up, everybody? I've been posting a lot about recomp just because recomp is such a buzzword and hot topic, and everybody seems to be trying to recomp, right? And I don't have anything against recomp. I think recomp is great in the right situation, right? And I'm saying that because some people are like, oh, I hate how you shit on recomp, or talk negative about recomp. I'm not talking negative about recomp. I just think it's really important in life, in any situation, in any field, to have all of the information and make an educated decision on if that works for you. And so many times in the fitness industry, you'll see a 60-second clip or a really short clip or even like a before and after photo, and people are like, oh, I recomped. And you think because the person looks different in that before and after picture that was a true recomp, and that's what you need to do. And the whole time your goal is totally different. Your goal is to lose 20 or 30 pounds, not to recomp. But because nobody has ever taken the time to explain what a recomp actually is, you think that's what you need to do. So I'm all about educating people on what things are so that you know exactly, or you have the information, the knowledge to make a educated decision on if that's something you need to do. So I'm not talking negative about recomp. I'm more so just helping you understand if that should be something you even put your effort into. So a recomp is when you are remaining the same weight and you are changing how much body fat you have compared to your muscle mass. You are losing fat as you are gaining muscle without the scale changing. Why are you putting that thinking face, Ma? Without the scale changing, right? So let's say, to keep the numbers easy, you weigh 100 pounds. Right now you have 70 pounds of fat and you have 30 pounds of muscle. If you were to recomp, that means you are going to change how much fat you have compared to muscle without your weight changing. So you may, at the end of the year, go from having 70 pounds of fat and 30 pounds of muscle to now having 60 pounds of fat and 40 pounds of muscle, but your weight has stayed the same. Therefore, you do not have a weight loss goal, right? That is recomp. So for the people who want to lose 30 pounds, 40 pounds, you are wasting your time if you're trying to do a recomp, because if you weigh 200 pounds and you want to get to 160, if you try to do a recomp, which requires your weight staying the same, you're never going to get to your goal. And this sounds like I'm being nitpicky. It sounds like I am just spitting out definitions, but it's literally going to change the approach or the way you approach your goal. So if you want to lose like 40 pounds, you weigh 200 pounds and you want to lose 40 pounds, you literally cannot do a recomp because you're still going to be 200 pounds. So you want to be smaller, but with a better body composition, you need to go into a fat loss phase. You have to eat in a way that's going to elicit fat loss, not in a way that's going to elicit you building muscle. Because if you build more muscle and you have fat covering it, you're just going to have a bulky look. That's what women don't want. The whole I don't want to look bulky comes from people lifting weights without ever addressing their body fat percentage. And the way you address your body fat percentage is to be in a calorie deficit, is to eat less than you're burning. And if you're doing that, your body is not going to prioritize putting on more muscle tissue. It's going to prioritize losing fat. So the whole gaining muscle while losing fat does not work when you already have a higher body fat percentage, unless you're totally okay with keeping that body fat percentage, which does not seem like something most people want to do if they have a weight loss goal. So let's get clear on what these terms mean. Don't just mindlessly scroll on social media and just get caught up in buzzwords. Actually take the time to understand what these words mean, because once you understand what these words mean, then you can make an educated decision on what you need to do, and you won't be fooled by these 90-day recomp programs or these 90-day fat loss programs, because you'll understand how the body works, and you'll understand that it does not take 90 days to do any of these things. Not saying a 90-day program is bad. A 90-day program for anything is great if it actually teaches you how to continue with that beyond the 90 days. So if you're just given a meal plan or a workout plan and not being shown anything beyond that, the chances of you maintaining that and sustaining that after the 90 days is very slim, and you will be in the same position you are when you started. You may make progress within those 90 days, but after the 90 days, if you don't have a plan to continue that, it's like you wasted your time. So back to recomp. If you want to recomp, then that's totally fine. I think that's great. When I hit my body fat percentage, me personally, I'm going to stay in a maintenance phase, and I guess I'll be recomping. But right now, I don't want to be, I weigh like 165 right now. I want to see how my body looks and at the like 140s or 145. So I'm in a fat loss phase, and the only difference between a fat loss phase and a recomp phase is your nutrition. Your training isn't changing. You're still lifting heavy. You're still getting your protein in. Just the total volume of your food, how much you're eating, is going to be different. Nothing about your training is going to change. Like, yes, if you're in a fat loss phase, you may add in more cardio. But in terms of the resistance training, it's all going to be the same. So I share all this to say, number one, get clear on exactly what you want to do and stop being fooled by the bullshit that's posted on social media, because a lot of it is just for likes and attention. Nobody is out here really trying to educate you on what you need to do. They're more so just trying to sell you something and make it seem like you can get these goals really quickly, when that's not how the body works. Because if there was a shortcut to, I'm going off on another tangent, but if there was a shortcut to building muscle and losing fat, do you genuinely think that bodybuilders would take the time to go into distinct phases, like a fat loss phase for a couple months, and then then a muscle building phase for another couple months? Do you think they'll take all that time? They just love training so much that they're going to go through these two distinct phases when they could just build muscle and lose fat at the same time? Nobody would do that. Nobody in their right mind would do that. There is a reason. There is a reason why bodybuilders, the people who care the most about their physique, about how much muscle mass they have on their frame, there's a reason why those athletes go through distinct phases. It's not because they love it so much. It's because that is how the body works. They have literally mastered how the body works. And for somebody to sit here and say, oh, I'm going to defy science and build muscle and lose fat at the same time, and I've never trained a day in my life, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So I need you guys to start thinking like the smart people you are, and like really get clear on what you want to do, and accept that it's going to take time, it's going to take different phases, and just lock in and do the work. It's fine. There's no rush to losing fat and gaining muscle. Like, it is a lifelong process. Yes, you're going to go through different phases of like, hey, I maybe not like the body I have right now, or not like the way my body looks right now, but I have to go through this phase in order to get to where I want to get to. Like, that's totally fine. Let's not try to take shortcuts on these processes, because that is not how the body works. Because if that's how the body works, the pros would be using these shortcuts, because they care that much about it. They care more than us general population people about putting on muscle. And if that was available to them, if that was a thing that they can do, it would be done. So let's not try to make it seem like we are the exception to the rule. So with that being said, be smart about what you consume. Ask questions if you're not understanding. Try to take it a step further than what you see on social media, and it will pay off in the long run. Thanks, Lonnie. Ma, I'm going to text you because I don't know why you're leaving thinking faces on my live. But I'll catch you guys later. Peace.